Nikola Tesla was behind some of the greatest inventions of the 21st century: electric motors, radios, X-rays, and the alternating current which powers our cities. A strange man who met an odd demise, dying in the New Yorker with only pigeons as dear friends. But sometimes unconventional methods are the key to genius. In this video, you will learn Tesla's evening routine. Use it to unlock your full brain capacity. A strange affliction bothered Tesla during his youth. After witnessing distressing events like the funeral of a relative, he would find himself unable to sleep. In the dark of the night, his mind would torment him with images of the event. Like a broken tape, these scenes would run for hours. Eventually, Tesla discovered the cure for his disturbances. The solution lied in the pink elephant dilemma. When someone asks you not to think of a pink elephant, what happens? You think of a pink elephant. Images cannot be removed from the mind by negation. The only way to remove an image is by replacing it with something else. Instead of the pink elephant, think of a cup of coffee, or even Badlands chugs. Mind can only focus on one thing at a time. Tesla used this principle by recalling pleasant scenes he had seen throughout his day. These scenes would override the disturbing images in his mind. The method worked for a time until it began to fail him. His problem was that he had seen little of the world. He had not traveled and was limited to his environment. He desperately needed new stimuli, so he came up with a radical solution. I began to travel, of course, in my mind. Every night, I would start on my journeys, see new places, cities, and countries, live there, meet people, and make friendships. What Tesla did is called world building. It's what the author George R.R. Martin used when creating Westeros, what J.K. Rowling did when creating Harry Potter. Even video game developers like Bethesda are in the business of world building. Tesla took this one step further. His world was not written on paper. It wasn't a line of code. It was all in his mind. He didn't just create cities and characters. He lived in his world like a second life. After years of this practice, Tesla discovered a hidden talent. His visualization ability reached Olympic heights. The strong mind allowed him to discern information which was hidden to weaker minds. This principle is not only reserved for Tesla. He even admits that every human being can unlock their brain capacity through a connection with the infinite. In April 1892, Tesla's beloved mother passed away. Tesla, who was very close to his mother, was deeply disturbed by her death. In his grief, he wrote her a final letter, which revealed the truth about his inventions. The law I thought I invented actually always existed. If Tesla was just a vessel, who was behind all of this? To understand this riddle, we must look at Hermeticism. The Hermetic philosophers of old believed in an idea of a mental universe.
The ancient Hermeticists believed that all of creation emanated from a higher mind that they called nous. We relate to this mind. We are reflections of this higher mind, and in our own sphere, we can create as this greater mind creates on a cosmic scale. The principle of mentalism teaches you to appreciate your mind in a larger dimension.
A universe in which all conscious manifestations are connected through what they termed the planes of correspondence. There are three major planes within this model: the physical plane, which all mankind experiences with their five senses; the mental plane of thought and emotion, a plane most ignore; and the transcended spiritual plane beyond mortal comprehension. All planes are connected by a universal mind. When Tesla developed his visualization ability through years of world building, He taught his mind to tap in to this mental and spiritual dimension of life. Thought is the highest faculty of man. It's not our physical body which separates us from animals, but our minds. Minds which can connect to different planes through dreams and imagination. Every modern wonder we now enjoy was first seen in someone's mind. Forces such as electricity and magnetism have existed for billions of years. However, it took thousands of years of human development for man to harness the energy. Why? Our physical bodies have remained the same throughout those years. What's changed is our capacity to think. As our thinking gets better, the technology of the future will make our current wonders look like the work of mere ants. The archetypical genius is one who learns to tap in to these hidden resources. Much like a shaman, they get insight from a different plane. They use this knowledge received from the subconscious, and through the power of their conscious minds are able to create practical applications. Einstein, the man behind relativity, was known for his thought experiments. Like Tesla, he used imagination from a young age to visualize scenarios which he couldn't replicate in the physical world. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. It's no coincidence that two of the greatest minds drew upon the same force for their discoveries. Imagination is the key to unlocking your brain capacity. Learning to use it effectively is what separates mankind. Here is how you do it. Visualization is a powerful practice. It has been used by many high performers throughout the generations. Athletes such as Roger Bannister, the first man to break the 4-minute mile, Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian ever, have all mentioned the importance of visualization.
Putting your mind in a place where you can actually visualize effectively. I know when Michael was young, I gave his mom a book of progressive relaxation, and before he would go to bed at night, she would go in and read this progression of things to do, like clench your fists, So once you can put yourself in a relaxed state, then I tell them it's like watching a movie.
Entrepreneurs must visualize the business succeeding before a dollar is traded. Actors need to visualize their roles until they feel an affinity with the character. But how do you develop your ability to visualize? Begin by practicing at night when the mind enters the hypnagogic state. In this state, your body begins to drift to sleep whilst your mind remains alert. The mind is prone to seeing what scientists call hallucinations, which are merely thought forms arising from you being between states. Hypnagogia is known as the crack between worlds by mystics and allows you to have more vivid visualizations. Begin with simple shapes. A square on a canvas. Add the dimensions until it becomes a cube. Rotate the object and obtain mastery over this mental plane. Much like any other skill, visualization needs to be practiced. It becomes stronger with use. Once you are able to create simple objects, graduate and begin creating environments. Start with a room, one you can enter through your mind whenever you feel inclined. Fill the room with objects. Keep returning to the same room until it gains the solidity of the physical world. Then build the house, a street, a city. Fill the city with inhabitants. There are no limits to your mental creations. Do this exercise every night and it will strengthen your visualization ability. Just like Tesla, this will aid you in gaining deeper insights on any subject. Simply think about what you desire and solutions will start coming to you from higher realities. This is the process Tesla used to uncover all his great inventions. He saw the mechanisms entirely in his mind. Do this and you'll be one step closer to living and dying well. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell notifications so we can see more of each other. Until next time.